Today is the 13th day of January 2023. Welcome to my podcast. My name is Vaso Obaseki, and it's my pleasure to bring you this scintillating, tantalizing, wonderful morning gist to you. I had a wonderful week, and it's just about to start. Anyways, one of the things I want to talk about is one of the things a lot of people, including myself, sometimes struggle with. We struggle with this thing so much that it hurts so bad. It hurts so bad, and it shouldn't hurt. My mom usually tells me that if I get something through a very tedious, stressful process, that it wasn't meant for me because I probably took it from someone else and it wasn't mine. So the same thing applies to what I'm going to talk about. Moving on, Jonathan McReynolds, one of my favorite artists, and Mali Music sang a song last year or the year before. Last year, and the title is Moving On, but that's not where I'm getting my inspiration from, of course. And he said something like, I'm closing chapters, I'm turning pages, I'm moving on, I'm getting older, I keep it straight. It hurts to let go, but it hurts more to stay. It just means that, just imagine yourself holding on to a tight rope and trying to pull something that you obviously see that is not moving, even with all the efforts. But realize that the tighter and the longer you hold on to that rope that is squeezing your hand, the more pain you get, because it will be okay if whatever it is moving, but if it's not moving at all, it's not okay at all. It's not. So what I'm talking about is the fact that we need to let go of certain things. It could be that business that you've poured in so much money into. I know how bad it can feel. I know how daunting it can be. I know how annoying it can be when you have invested so much in something and you're not even getting the bare minimum. It can be very crazy. But trust me, it's as much as it can be crazy, it's also very important to know when to quit, when to move on, when to stop, when to not continue a process, when to realize that it's not working for you anymore, so you have to move. I mean, you are not a tree. Why aren't you moving? We are not trees. We should learn to move. It could be that relationship that you've invested so much. Oh, you had an abortion for the guy, or you spent your school fees for the girl, train her in school, and you think, oh, this is my wife, the bone of my bone, the flesh of my flesh, the kidney of my kidney. I'm not laughing at you though, but it just makes me remember certain things that I've also been through, But the important thing is to learn how to move on. And it's the most painful. It's not the most painful rather, but it's very hurtful to watch what used to be your favorite thing, your favorite person, your favorite place to be, something you've invested so much energy into, watch it slip through your hands. But let me tell you one good news. One good news is you've learned your lessons, and I'm very sure, as sane as you are, if you venture into that environment again, you've known your mistakes, you've seen your mistakes. I mean, you should have seen your mistakes. You have probably learned a whole lot from that same mistake. And I'm almost certainly sure that when you start all over again, clean slate, you'll be able to do things differently. You'll be able to manage the business differently. Maybe for starters, you hired 100 people and you didn't know the business was not going to accommodate 100 people. This new business now, you're going to be hiring maybe 2 or 3 people. Key people that would carry out the function as closely monitored as possible. It could be that relationship that you probably invested in. Now you know how people behave. Certain people behave. Now you have a behavioral pattern, and you are able to detect automatically when somebody is real with you or when a person isn't. I know a friend who said, "Oh, he's not usually expressive with his emotions." Don't let me slap you. There's nobody that's not expressive with their emotions, especially when people are already having sex. Come on, don't let me slap you. Oh, he's not expressive with his emotion, but he's able to express how he wants to have sex with you, Abby, or she wants to have sex with you. She's not expressive. He's not expressive. Don't let me slap you from my phone. See, don't stay where you are dying slowly and you obviously know, but you think the person that you are dying with will save you. Nobody wants to save a dying person. Yes, nobody wants to literally save a dying person. And let me tell you why nobody wants to save a dying person. What if the person dies in your hand? Number one. Number two, what if you are not medically sound enough? You're not a doctor. Why do you think somebody would want to save you from dying when the person didn't even save you when you were not dying in the first place? Why do you think that? Why do you think the person would save you when he thinks you are dying? And he didn't even look at you when you were not dying? Come on, be real. I would save somebody that I feel is dying by taking the person to the hospital. But to say give you my heart because you are dying, and it's my heart that will save you, it depends on how close you are. If I was not close to you in the first place, why do you think I'll be close to you now that you are dying? Come on, be real. Everybody wants to enjoy this life. Anyways, I'm not saying you shouldn't save people, but I'm saying that if that person didn't save you at that point in time, except it's the grace of God, though, that the person has suddenly changed, and I don't really usually believe in automatic changes. Change is usually over time. People tend to change, drop bad habits, learn. They actually learn, how to change things. So, point I'm trying to make is move. You're not a tree. You're not planted there. You're not a house. Even houses are usually mobile. Move. Save yourself. Because if you don't save yourself, how would you save someone else? That's why the Bible actually talks about love your neighbor as yourself. I mean, if you can't save yourself, how would you save your neighbor? If you are hungry, how would you give your neighbor food? Where is the food you want to give your neighbor? Do you get? It didn't say love your neighbor like you love yourself. It said love your neighbor as if it was you that you are loving. So if you are not loving yourself, how would you give love? Do you get? So move on. Come on. It takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of grace to want to move on out of where you have been. And this could also be a church. I remember leaving my church some years back, and I was there for 10 years. And leaving the church was one of the most horrifying things, because I'm like, where do I start from here? People I'm going to meet, the new church and all that, nobody knows me and all that, but I moved. It could be your school, it could be anywhere that is causing you so much toxicity. Move. Come on. Anyways, I hope this has helped you in any way. I love you so much. That's why I'm here every time I'm here to talk to you about certain things that you should know. It's not okay to be in one place for long. It's not God's will that we stay in one place for too long without having to progress. One of the major things about God is progress. So yeah, if you're not progressing, move. Okay? Love you. Have a wonderful morning.